Most of the drawings in AutoCAD are large and complex ones, and they generally contain plenty of elements like dimensions, block, hatch patterns, XREFs, and a lot of other things. So these objects are categorized in different layers, and these layers help in classifying different objects of drawing. Now let's take example of this simple drawing of a bedroom. In this drawing we have some objects like this dimension, these blocks or the objects, this text, and this outer wall. These objects can be classified as different objects and they can be placed on different layers to make them more meaningful. Now let's look at a second drawing. Now here in this drawing we have separated all those objects which we have seen in the previous drawing into different layers. Now this gives a distinct advantage. Let's say that we want our drawing to be without these dimensions. So for that we can turn off dimension layer and anything which is on dimension layer will be hidden. So for doing this, click on this drop down. You'll see that I've already created these layers and here's the dimensions. So in order to turn it off, here I've clicked on this light bulb icon and the layer is turned off. So in this way we can see this drawing without those dimensions. If you want to turn it on, click on this drop down, click here again, and now it appears again. So in a similar way we have here plenty of other layers. So 0 is the default layer which will always be present in your drawing no matter what you do, and here's the blocks layer on which all these blocks are placed. You can identify it by its color as well. Def points is a layer which is created all by itself and it stores all the def points or definition points of a drawing. You have seen this dimension layer and the text which stores this value. Now let's move on to our original drawing. Here in this drawing we only have this 0 layer and def points which AutoCAD creates automatically. Now here I'll create all those 4 layers as you have seen in this drawing, and I'll place all these objects on their respective layers. For that, click on this layer properties. A layer property manager panel will pop up in which you'll see these 2 default layers. You may or may not find def points layer in your drawing, but this 0 layer will always be present in your drawing. Now to create a new layer, click on this new layer button. A new layer will be created with the default name layer 1. Let's name it. So I'm naming it dimensions, and click outside. Then click again on this new layer and create a new layer blocks, and click outside. Click here again and type text and click outside. So now we have these 3 layers: dimension, block, and text. Currently the color of all these layers is default color, which is white. You can change color from here. So here we have this color button. Let's go to dimensions and give it red color. Let's move on to blocks and give it a bluish color, and let's move on to text and give it green color. Now we have assigned different colors to all these layers. Now anything which is placed on text layer will appear green. For blocks it's blue, for dimensions it's red. Let's close this. Select these 2 dimensions and click on this drop down. Move your cursor to dimensions, and here we have it. Now we have placed these 2 dimensions on dimension layer. Similarly, select all these blocks, and from this drop down select blocks. So now all these objects are placed on blocks layer. Select this text object, click on this drop down and place it on text. So now the drawing is categorized into different layers and it's more user friendly.